Well, hi guys, this is Scott V, and back in my Hexxit world. As you recall, last time I went and raided that Walker Castle, and it was a battle, I guess, lasted an hour or so. It's not 100% tame, but for fun I came back, made tracks, made road beds all the way back home. Somehow, after not being on for 3 weeks, my brain just remembered to go straight out from the castle and make a left turn at the first big ruin and past the meteorite crater. One thing to remember is normally I would make these roads paved, but in any snowy location, you actually need to carve out your roads as what I call just road beds. I can come back and pave the roadbed, I suppose, with cobble, but it really won't matter. It's a waste of effort because it'll be under snow most of the year. Unless it's pouring rain. Okay, well. Now I'm heading back out to the Walker Castle just to show. I just really enjoy the whole challenge of trying to build a road with reasonable, not too terribly steep, minimum amount of hopping, that just happens to go past just about every major, the heck was that? It goes past just about every major landmark. It's quite the challenge. Some weird thing just went around this corner here. Or was it? No, it's a bear. There's the meteor crater. Hey, Mr. Bear. And then I just head out this way, past my little penguin mob. Really something. Now, what I was trying to calculate was, holy cow, how do you get so much stuff from a game organized into any kind of reasonable industries or locations? As I was sort of specking out in one of my text files, you've got mining and smelting, you've got normal vanilla farming, you've got farming for food, you've got farming for other supplies like string and some other things. There's just so much stuff to do. Animal ranching, there's berries, there's weaponsmithing, there's regular enchanting, Xeno's enchanting, there's Tinker's Construct. It's really pretty outrageous trying to figure out how on earth to organize all this stuff. But for starters, I do love the castle. This is just an awesome castle. And it completely lends itself to supporting a ton of different industries. All the food production. The mess hall is just cute. But as you run through it, this thing, although it's way too much running around as it is, it's too darn big for its own good. But this thing has just got just about everything a person could possibly want in a castle. Really well designed. This is a super smelting, armor smithing, barracks, one-stop shop for everything with a jukebox so you can play tunes while you're smelting and crafting things. That's some pretty amazing generation. And I'd have to say at this point that Atomic Striker is my new mod hero. All the mods that I really like, turns out they're Atomic Striker mods. The Better Dungeons, the Ruins, the Infernal Mobs, those three alone turn Minecraft into a very serious adventure, exploration, RPG, fun fest. And he's the whiz. All the stuff I love seems to be Atomic Striker, Atomic Striker. Anyway, what I did was to really simplify. It was silly having to go all the way around 360 and up and all the way around to get to my lair. So I threw in some pretty dull stairs, came along here, forged this little secret passage, and here we are in my new headquarters. And like I say, the real challenge is really distributing the tasks. Trying to figure out some way to organize it so that as a base of operations, I can do the things I need to do. I'm thinking this is probably going to be smelting metals. The food I can do up here, although occasionally I can just run food to the mess hall. This was generated that way. I've been trying to put some of the materials in here. It's just crazy trying to organize all this. Here's a chest I salvaged from one of the hallways, and there's more chests, and here's... Oh, it's just outrageous. Clearly, the weapons and armor need to go by the anvil. This poor little book, it gets all sad every time I look, tries to get my attention every time I go by, and it's like, no, I don't feel like enchanting right now. No, I don't want to. So clearly this is a weapons station, but this is already filling up with just all the outrageous stuff and drops and goodies and holy cow, and junk that doesn't really belong there, because everything's someplace it doesn't belong. Oh, I brought the enchanted book over from my house, and my super glowy pants. I brought this over because sharpness 4 is certainly worth it, and any item that doesn't have sharpness 4 on it, well, the stone sword is useless because it's just going to break. This I would like to repair, but I don't know how to repair living metal objects. I don't know that there is a living metal ingot or what you'd have to put on an anvil to repair that, if anything. These are all the special shields from various boss fights. Most of these came from the turtle god's chest downstairs. But as I say, even with all the space in this castle, it's just almost impossible to figure out how you would divide up all of this stuff in a way where I don't have to run 3,000 blocks every time I want to do something. So it's a very interesting puzzle. I'm actually thinking of building out a few more wooden counters here. Wooden counter, a few others around, so I could maybe split this into 3 more sections. This area back here is probably a reasonable workstation. But it's just funny trying to split up the tasks into industries and try to do the chests. Now the chests are a little bit discouraging in this mod because they're just expensive to make, all of these reinforced chests. As you remember, the regular iron chest mod, an iron chest is just a regular chest surrounded by 8 iron. The recipe for this one, you need a whole block of iron plus 4, so that's 13 iron and 3 logs around your chest. And actually, I'm not even sure how many spaces you get for these different types of chests. But anyway, it's definitely fun and outrageous. What the heck? There's a biomass. Biomass chest plate. But anyway, as I mentioned, I'm definitely impressed with the sheer amount of stuff in the world, things to do, and just gonna work with it, see what I can manage. I wonder if I could run ladders up there and have little workshops under the arches. I mean, they're only 3 blocks wide, right? 3 blocks wide. I don't know, I'm looking for all kinds of ways to use the space. I'm also wondering, I don't want to mess this up too much. I'm really wondering how thick these walls are, because, oh, well, that's not fun. I was going to say, because on the other side, on one of these levels, on the far side, there was there were all barracks and stuff. I wonder if that's across the hall. Yeah, there we go. That might be the way to do it. I have the main industry here. I really should put a fence gate there so mobs can't get in, although it's been pretty peaceful. That's what I was thinking. I can retool some of these. I don't know, again, there seems to be a lot of unused space in this castle. It's almost a fascinating amount. It's just weird. There's gotta be 8 or 9 blocks. Oh. Man, this is complex. So what these are... Interesting. So I guess each of these rooms is going into sort of a tower-like extension on the side. Hey, there's my road going all the way back home. And there's another of those dungeons that I'll probably go womp on later today. I actually think these are not from the Better Dungeons mod. I think those are from Battle Towers. They're just Battle Towers that are sunk into the ground and don't have the big old golem. Huh. Well, if each of these is just kind of sticking out, it's really going to be interesting. Guess one of the more ambitious things, I could always build a, just on this level, just fill in from here to there, and make room for several more rooms, even bulge it out a little and have even more workspace. But, fascinating design. Atomic Striker, you nut. You brilliant nut. I don't know how he does it. So yeah, okay, so all this space right here is indented, and then there's room for 3 rooms. It's not a bad size. But yeah, I could definitely see this being like the garden shed or something. Since, hey, let's just run around in circles. I like these plots of green down there too, because it's open to the sky. That is totally set up for me to plant gardens down there. All the different crazy flowers and stuff I've seen in the world, that is just calling out to be gardenized. Yes, I will make up words indiscriminately. Now, I want to go up to the next level. Yeah, I'm really tired of this whole walk all the way around, all the way around. Let me see. If I am correct, then the next level... Alright. I ought to be able to... okay, I do not make dark spaces. Really curious. What I'm trying to do is avoid having to wander all the way around the whole thing every time. So this goes down to my start, the main entrance. And this should pop right out in the next hallway up. Oh, right at a chest. Now that is fun. So that's going to be my new MO. Instead of going all the way around every time, I'll collect these to use as my for my various industries. Cool. Oh, drip, drip, drip. Gobs of stuff. Now that was a little bit of an oddity, so it's going to be a little tough to get these just right. Because this one now goes down and up, and I'll replace them with nice smooth stairs at some point, so that's good. And then this one can go up. But the next one... oh hell, the next one can go up in the middle and then go back. Yeah, that makes sense. Really is pretty wild that you have a guy whose castle is so freaking huge. You have to do all this strategizing of how you're going to manage to live in there in a sensible way. There he is. Hey, Slimer. You a little Slimer now? Yep. Okay, that needs some torches. That is pretty nice. How many more levels have I got? Just one? Alright, so let's see if I come up here. Come down, come down. Alright, so the next level of stairs I am starting right here. Sometimes salvaging buildings is just as... actually, I would say more fun than building them initially. And right up in another chest. These dark spaces have got to go. And yes, I occasionally will cheat myself a stack of torches just because it's just... you just need so many thousands of them to light up a world reasonably well. So that was just a fun little goodies chest. And let's see, on this side... so that side's probably got the barracks again. There's a goodies chest way at the end. Let me just raid that briefly.